Asked a question for our question of the day, Andy, and that, of course, on Facebook. Here's the question. How would you grade the Browns in the 2019 NFL Draft? So we start with Glenn Berger. I really think it's too early to grade the Browns' recent draft picks, but I like the picks on the defensive side of the ball. B+ at this point. Carl Brunstetter, B. It looks on paper as if they drafted some good depth and some possible future players. Rick May, a B+. We got help in the defensive backfield and at linebacker. Picked up an additional offensive lineman, and we may actually have competition for place kicker this season. Dorsey appears to have checked all the boxes. Now it's time to turn this into a competitive team. Dennis Davis says, excuse me, solid B, major improvement to the defensive backfield. Ed Watkins says it's got to be between an A and a B. That would be a B+. Or A-. The team needs to bolster its defense, and that's what Dorsey attempted to do. Of course, the proof will come this fall. And finally, Carl St. John, ask me again in 3 years.
That's actually probably the right answer.
Yeah.
I got in a big brouhaha today with some listeners and some folks on Twitter.
What happened?
Seibert, I think is how you say it. It's
yes.
Seibert.
I think it's Seibert.
I think it's Seibert too.
Okay.
So I just said, look, this kid can punt too. Why can't you do both?
I think
I got
Don Cockruff
crushed
did
on
it.
the radio
Well,
for that.
Did anybody mention Don Cockruff?
Yeah, Jeff did.
Anybody mention
Steve Cox could do
Steve
it.
Cox did it also?
I didn't say that on the air. I remembered it now, but I didn't remember it earlier.
Cockruff was good in both cases. And,
Why can't you just do both?
It gives you an extra
Spot
place on the roster.
Yes.
You know, you had in the 60s, when they won in 64, you had Gary Collins, who was a wide receiver, and the punter for that team.
Someone's going to do it. It's going to be a trend again.
I'm
Someone's going
surprised
to have a punter
Belichick
kicker.
hasn't done it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, these guys kick. That's what they do all day.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Here, go in the corner and kick for an hour. Take 15 minutes and try to punt.
What am I missing?
There's no coordination with the holder. You just go kick the darn ball. I don't get it either.
Okay, good. We're the only two. Maybe I'm the oldest man alive.
Maybe.
I was getting crushed today.
By who? Why? What's the argument against it?
High school soccer guy calls in, or high school former kicker calls in. Well, the swing plane is much different for the punter than it is for the kicker, so on and so forth. So I was just like, whatever.
And think how much money that guy could make.
Yeah.
For both, kicking both.
Janikowski just retired.
Yeah.
He made a lot of money.
He did.